Okay, welcome back, tubers. Welcome back to the channel. Got a build video we're going to start here. If you saw on the channel, I've done an unboxing comparison side by side for these two kits, with the main one being a commission build for a friend of mine. By way of brief explanation, he used to have one of these. It was probably his favorite car, and he wanted me to make him a replica. So I'm going to try and do that. Part of the reason we got two kits here, which I kind of explained in the unboxing video, or the comparison video, is that they have a couple different parts in them. Pretty nominal, really, the comparison of the two kits. But the main difference that I found was this cool, I'm not sure what you call that, the little cover that goes on over, like, for the, for racing or touring, or I don't know, I'm sure that has a specific name, but that little part, we're gonna include that in the build, and make it so that he can just set it on there, as well as the top, which will need to get painted. All this stuff obviously needs to get painted, and then the other convertible. So he'll have three different options, four technically, of display, so that he can open it up and you can show the inside, show a little stuff inside of it, little things, important things to display. So we're gonna get into this thing and start taking stuff off of the tree. I've already kind of studied it a little bit and seen what I'm gonna need. So I'm torn between processing both of them at the same time, or just focusing and building the one. I'm thinking the smarter thing would be to do the latter. Just focus on the one. I'll keep all the other parts off to the side in case I need duplicates or something, and we'll go from there. So probably I'm going to need both of these manuals, and we'll pick and choose what we got in here. Not too worried about mixing stuff up, because as I looked in the comparison video, the only difference I could find in the parts was this guy. The upgraded 70s bumpers and this really bitchin' little top thing. So we're gonna start tearing into what I need, process it, and we'll talk about what I learned in that, and we'll see how this goes. So we're gonna speed the video up now and do a little time lapse of me snipping, cutting, and sanding. Fairly certain that does it for sub-assembly. Get ready to put this thing on the sticks and put some primer on it and go from there. Not too much, you know, not too involved. As I was describing the panels, opening them up a little bit, I noticed that hood is super shallow. I mean, I almost went through in one spot. You'll probably be able to fill that with some primer, some putty as I paint it. You won't notice it afterwards, but I mean, I was barely pushing, and that it almost went through, telling me that this would not be hard at all to open the bonnet, as it were, and find another engine for this thing. The ones that I had that I was thinking about using are just not going to work. They're flip-flop as far as like where the carburetors go and where the exhaust is, and they just, you know, for a rivet counter they certainly wouldn't work, but even for the untrained eye they just didn't look right. It was a Ford 4-banger, so I'm sure you can find something, you know, resin print, resin cast, but you know, for this build we're just going to move forward. So I will open up the panel lines, got a little sand on everything, kind of did all my test fits and glued the parts together that need to be. That would be stuff like this is just almost impossible to do later after the fact, you know, little fiddly bits that it's just too hard to try to glue them together once they're painted. But everything else, I did all the test fitting. The only part that I did glue on to the chassis is this little, I don't know what that is, some kind of little pump or something. And then the sway bar, which, oof, man, I'm glad I had two kits, because I broke one of those already. And I did some damage to the man, there's some fiddly bits, I'll tell you that. So, some test fitting to get the windshield and dashboard. That's going to take a little bit more deciphering, some saffron, because that bottom part will need to be painted. That's going to have to be kept clear, and then this will have to go in after the fact, and then hopefully this, once it's on there, will line up. Fingers crossed, because it's already proving to be a little bit of a challenge. We'll see how it goes, but I can't glue those together because I want to flock the floorboard. Flock the floor. All the rest of it, you know, it's got positive fitment, good key registration holes that, you know, with the glue, that stuff will all fit in later. So it's all ready to get put on the sticks, get some primer on it, and go from there. This I'm going to put a coat of, you know, put a coat of flat clear on it, and then come back later with the panel line and give it some depth. So let's do that.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show.
Alright, so we got a coat of the good primer on everything. We're gonna start taking all this stuff off the sticks and doing a little bit of minor sanding. And we'll give the body just a light sand, just to give it a mechanical bond before we lay down this stuff. This amazing paint. Absolutely love this color. I've used it several times in the past. It's a beautiful gunmetal. Works really, really good. I'm a really big fan of this Tamiya paints. Can't go wrong. So we're gonna go ahead and start pulling all this stuff and I don't know, we'll start playing with the little brushes, get some of these going, get some little details, fun stuff. always be knolling, fiddling around. See me doing it a lot on the camera with the high speed going. You see me, moving stuff around and lining things up and putting stuff in a certain area or an order or something. I stumbled across a video on YouTube. I'll share it with you. Link in the description. I think I can put a card, they call them, up here somewhere. Always be knolling. It basically just tidying up, keeping stuff in order, keeping it where it goes, so that your workflow is easier. That's it. So we are just about ready to start doing the final assembly and detail painting. Got everything out and kind of chose my certain colors. I've got some various shades of silvers and metals, and then also with some various shades of blacks and gunmetals and gray and smoke, just to pull out little details here and there. The interior will be pretty simple. I'll do some flocking on the floor itself, flock the floor, do some panel line on some of the body panels, and then the clear on the glass parts. Excuse my sniffling. I'm got a little pollen going on here. Excuse me. So you can see in that last little segment there, I had figured out how to use the template to tape and cover both sides, so I could paint the inside of the top as well as the window surround to give it that chrome effect. While I was digging through everything, I got to a good breaking point. I dug out the other kit to see what was possible, and while I was doing it, found this old bumper from the mini kit that I built, the Morris Mini Minor. I don't know. Assault me in the comments. And got some of the paint left over. I used the same color on it. This beautiful Tamiya British green. Doesn't say racing, but we all know what that means. British racing green. And I created a roll bar from, this was out of the Mustang drag kit that I kind of fabricated and modded to fit. Same with the seats, the racing seats that were in that same Mustang kit. A nice high back, solid. I had to kind of notch a little bit to get it to fit in there straight so that it fits nice and solid. Got a nice good profile. The seats are below the roll bar and look good. So as I was doing that, I figured, what? Yeah, we're gonna do that with the lighted push bumper, and then the stock steel wheels. I may or may not, come on, where is it? Everywhere in there. There it is. Put a rack of some sort on the back. Find one of my crappier tires and a steely or something. Put it back there for a spare tire. Paint it green with some checkers or something on it, and go for a dirt rally car. The guy that commissioned me to build this one for him doesn't know yet, but he's getting this also. What am I going to do? Keep it and look at it? I've got too many of them now. I'm trying to figure out what to do with all my extra models. Anybody want to buy some models? Pre-built, custom, one of a kind? So, that'll, I'll fiddle with that later on my own time. And, it's all my own time, but we're going to move forward with all the stuff that I just said. So here we go. Let's grab one of these, a couple of these little teeny guys, and do that, and then we'll do that, and then that, and then I've got to make a decision here on do I use bare metal foil? Do I tape it and spray it? I've got to do something to make that chrome look good. I do not want to just put Sharpie down there, just garbage. Oh yeah, and then I also made some of the parts from my parts box. I made a luggage rack that, I don't know, I may or may not use for the build. So, I have some magnets coming that I'm going to I'm going to put a magnet on the seats so that he can, we don't need the body for demonstration, can take the seats in and out at his leisure, and then magnets for these parts as well to put whichever component on he wants to run. He wants to put the top, put some glue, some little magnets right there so they go click. So we'll see if that works out. Hopefully it does. But in the meantime, before those show up, I'm going to start doing some little detail brush work stuff. So, none of these models were harmed in this process. Alrighty, that went okay. I got all the little detail paints on that I wanted to, little colors here and there, little toothpick painting. Now to just let this stuff dry. Did a little bit of detail and some weathering on the underside. You know, that'll look nice once it's all put back together. And let all this stuff dry. The clear parts and the panel line that I got some on the body as well. Looks good. Really love this silver. It's metallic. It's such a nice color. Panel line on the chrome stuff. So pretty much ready to let this thing set. Got the carpet in. Oh, it looks good. Let everything dry and harden, and then I'll come back and make a decision on this stuff. I've just not had good luck with it. I've not. I don't know anybody else. I've heard people say that the formulas got changed, or there was some difference. I have noticed that it's not that sticky, or actually, correction. Got some that were super sticky, so much so that it left a horrible residue on the body. And then another one that it didn't want to stick at all. It kept moving around. It wouldn't adhere. Just But man, just be a real shame to not do that strip. I mean, it looks like it's relatively easy. I'm just talking myself into being scared of it, really. Nice solid prominent lip. I'll lace them down, do some bare metal foil, put this thing together, and bam, be done. Nice. Been a decent little kit. And then we'll get to work on this guy. Wow, that green, just, man, these paints are fantastic. Fabulous.